Everyone, if you can give your attention here. I know it's been a great night and we have a lot of music left to play. But please join me in welcoming and thanking Congressman Jared Polis. Give it up!
Welcome everybody. Thank you, Dave. I want to acknowledge a few special folks we have today. We have a number of representatives. One of my colleagues from New York, Paul Tonko, is here. Let's give Paul a round of applause. My colleague from Colorado's wife, Ed Perlmutter's wife, Nancy Perlmutter, is here. Where's Nancy? A number of members of the Colorado State Legislature. We have Chrisana Duran, Dan Pabon, Angela Williams. Let's give them a round of applause as well. City Councilman Paul Lopez. And our terrific Colorado State Chairman of the Democratic Party, Rick Palacio, is in the house. So I know you didn't all come for the speeches. I hope you enjoyed the food, the drink, the people. That's what this is all about. We have a very exciting guest here to say a few words of encouragement to us. It is the chair of the Democratic National Committee, the gentlelady from Florida, Debbie Wasserman Schulz.
Thank you so much, Jared. Let me tell you something. We are so fortunate to have Jared Polis representing Colorado in the United States Congress, and I am so privileged to be able to serve and fight side by side with him for progressive causes that matter to so many of us every single day in the House of Representatives. So thank you so much, Jared, for the work that you do and the leadership. And thank you to HMC for all that you do, for the thought leadership that you provide, and the strategizing, and the focus that you bring to the issues that matter to progressives in this country. Because, you know, sometimes it feels like it's us against the world, doesn't it? Sometimes it feels like there isn't anybody but us that believes that we should invest in education, or healthcare, or research, or making sure that we can actually have policymakers who think about the least of these, who stand up for people who have no voice. That is what Barack Obama has done for his entire career and for his entire presidency. Making sure that he brought us from the worst economic crisis that any of us has faced since the Great Depression. And now, thanks to his policies, we've had 4 years of Barack Obama's policies, and we've begun to turn things around. The economy that he inherited was hemorrhaging 750,000 jobs a month. Thanks to the Recovery Act, that applied a tourniquet and stopped the bleeding, and allowed us to be able to begin to get things turned around. And now, we've had 29 straight months of job growth in the private sector. In the manufacturing sector. More jobs created in manufacturing than any time since the 1990s. We know that if we continue to focus on fighting for the middle class and working families, on fighting for an economy that's built from the middle class out and the bottom up, rather than Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan's vision, which I've had a front row seat for serving on the Budget Committee, the Romney-Ryan budget would say, you know what, let's give people who are already doing really well more tax breaks and make sure they can do even better. And hopefully the crumbs will trickle down to the rest of us and help some of us out. Well, Barack Obama believes that if you work hard and play by the rules, that everyone should have a chance to be successful, not just the people who already are successful. That's why he has fought so hard to make sure that we passed the Affordable Care Act, which I was proud to co-sponsor and support. As was Jared. That thanks to Barack Obama, because Obama cares, we have Obamacare. And we know that an insurance company can't drop us or deny us coverage for pre-existing conditions. And you know, for me, that's very personal. Because some of you may know that I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Thank you, Debbie.
And I can tell you that I'm so glad to be able to stand here before you and tell you that. But you know, when you're diagnosed with a serious illness like cancer, I don't care how tough you are, that is a very scary thing. It's like you get thrown a boulder and asked to carry it around for the rest of your life. And Barack Obama picked that boulder out of our hands and the hands of millions of survivors like me and said, you know what, I'm going to carry that for you. And I'm going to make sure that never again can an insurance company drop you or deny you coverage or limit your coverage in a lifetime or annual cap. I'm going to make sure that seniors in this country never have to cut their pills in half to double the length of time that a prescription lasts because they can't afford to take the prescription every month like the doctor prescribes. A president who understands that we need to add years of solvency to Medicare, not turn it into a voucher system and yank the safety net out from under our seniors, leaving them to fend for themselves just when they might need the healthcare system the most. That is what being a progressive is all about, making sure that we band together and work together and ensure that in America, everyone should have an opportunity to be successful. That we can actually make sure that if you focus on investing in education and innovation and healthcare and research and giving people an opportunity to go to college and live the American dream, then we're all going to benefit. So that's why I'm a progressive. It's why I know Jared's a progressive. And let me also, at the tail end, acknowledge Dave Colon, who co-chairs the HMC with my friend Jared. Thank you so much for the work that you do. And Michael Hutner, the executive director of the council as well, and our colleague Paul Tonko, who I haven't seen yet, but who I love very much. Paul, good to see you, even though I can't see you. And Nancy Perlmutter, let's give a shout out to our friend Nancy. She's awesome. Her husband's pretty awesome too. And the fabulous, phenomenal, one of the best state party chairs in the country, Rick Palacio, chair of the Colorado Democratic Party. There he is. So thank you so much. We're going to spend the next 64 days, and actually in 50 minutes it'll be 63 days. Let's not prolong it any longer than it has to be. But the next 64 days we all have to live, sleep, and breathe this campaign. We have to dig deeper than we've ever dug before. When you think that you might be too tired to knock on one more door or make one more phone call, make sure that you think about this. Think about 4 years ago. Think about what you thought when Barack Obama was standing on that stage in Grant Park on election night, and he was elected President of the United States. That was a historic moment. Then think about all the progress that we've made when you think you're too tired to just go one more step. And remember that 2008 was historic, but we know that 2012 for all of us as progressives is personal. And we're not going back. We're not going back. On to victory on November 6th. Thank you so much.
Our national chair, Debbie Wasserman. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the party.